All right, sorry about that, everyone. Just kind of like our workouts sometimes get interrupted, sometimes life gets interrupted, and sometimes life getting interrupted is related to a Wi-Fi connection that just basically went down. But the good news is everything is back up. We're back operational, and I'm going to continue on. We'll get the video team to splice part one and part two together so that it seems like it's seamless. But let's jump right back in. I'm going to back up a little bit, and I'm going to talk about the American College of Sports Medicine and the National Institutes of Health, and talk about real quickly what they talked about. But the main idea here is these are the four ingredients: caffeine, vitamin C, B complex vitamins, and branched chain amino acid blends that are basically what you're looking for in a pre-workout formula. There are other ingredients, obviously, that people are going to care about, depending on the goals and aspirations that they have. But these are kind of the key functional elements of something that you're going to look for. The best part is ID Life has developed a pre-workout formula that not only covers all of those aspects of things and all the things that they were looking for, but as well as a lot of other things as well. And the idea behind the ID Life pre-workout formula is simple. It's not going to make you run faster. It's not going to make you live or lift more. What it's going to do is delay your fatigue point. That simply was what it's doing. So if you typically would fatigue out at 20 minutes, well, instead of 20 minutes, you may get to 22 or 23 minutes. The whole idea behind the pre-workout formula is it's going to let you operate at your optimal outcome, whatever that is. Whatever your optimal performance level is, that's what it's going to help you get to. So that's kind of what our pre-workout formula is designed to. The other thing that you should know about the ID Life product, the pre-workout, but as well as all ID Life products, is we are never going to give you a short-term outcome that you're looking for that is going to compromise your long-term health. And that's probably the most important thing that makes us different, is there's a lot of companies out there, especially in the pre-workout world, that they are giving you things that are going to give you that short time outcome that you're looking for, that jolt, that big increased energy boost, or all these other things. But it could actually be causing long-term residual effects to your body. So we don't do that. Let's talk about step 3. Probably the most overlooked step in good understanding of workout supplements and the ABCs, and that's hydration. Hydration is critical. It is the body's delivery system. You have to understand hydration during a workout. Most importantly, you have to understand when you're dehydrated, its effects. So let's go through something. I was a big believer in in math when I was in school. I love math. I used to take math as electives. I know I'm weird in that regard, but it made sense to me. So what I wanted to do is kind of give you a math problem that you could understand and explain to you the importance of hydration during high-intensity workouts. So let's start with something simple. Dehydration equals less blood flow to the heart. So if you have less blood flow to the heart, that equals less oxygen to the muscles. Less oxygen to the muscles will equal premature fatigue, and premature fatigue equals fewer results. So see, the simple mathematical problem, or the simple math equation, is real simple. You need to understand what dehydration leads to. In essence, if you're dehydrated during your workout, you're going to get fewer results. So step 3, uber critical, is during your workout, make sure you're remaining hydrated, especially if you're doing high intensity, long time period type stuff, especially with our kiddos that are out there, practicing on soccer fields and lacrosse fields for hours on end. Make sure that they're staying hydrated. I can still remember back in the day, Texas high school football, it used to be, you got water at the end and before practice, but never during, because it made you tougher. Well, science, unfortunately, has proven all of my former coaches wrong, as well as a lot of other people. But this is the problem. A lot of people, when they want to stay hydrated during their workout, is they're going to reach for one of these. Now, what you need to understand about these sports drinks that are available in the market today is they're going to average between 20 and 40 grams of sugar per serving. Now, I say per serving because a lot of these that you see in this picture are multi-servings on each bottle. And most people miss that when they grab one of these, monster 24-ounce or 32-ounce things, and they're thinking, oh, okay, well, the calories on it's just that one serving. A lot of times it's 2, 2.5, 3, or 4. But for every serving, there's 20 to 40 grams of sugar. So what does that mean? That's 80 to 160 calories. And remember, added refined sugar has no nutritional value. So what you're going to get is you're going to be working out. The whole idea of working out, again, is to lose fat. Remember, that's what we're working on, losing fat, not losing weight. But what we're doing is we are adding sugar to our bodies, in other words, drinking our calories with no nutritional value. So all of that hard work we just put in, all of those calories that we're burning, we're basically going to throw them back in with something with no nutritional value in the form of sugar. We have to change. You have to understand what you're doing. You know, at Idealife, we created something called Hydrate. It gets you all of those electrolyte replenishments that you're looking for, only has 10 calories. And the main component of it is water. You're going to mix it with a bottle of water, and it's going to help you stay hydrated. More importantly, you're going to have over 400 milligrams of electrolytes to boot. So understand what you're doing. Make sure you're not sabotaging what you're doing. Now let's talk about this. Step 4, post-workout. So we've fueled ourselves up for the workout. We've gotten into the workout, and we understand now we have our pre-workout formula, and we know which ones that we're looking for. We know what benefits we're looking for. During our workout, we're staying hydrated, and now we get to the end of the workout, and what are we going to do? Well, you have a window of opportunity. You know, there's a lot of science on this. A lot of people have gone back and forth, but most people agree that you have a window of opportunity somewhere between 30 and 60 minutes to get certain things into the body to help the body recover, repair, and build muscle. Those are kind of the main functional components of what we're looking for. But that window of opportunity is roughly 30 to 60 minutes after a workout. Now, obviously, remember, the whole idea behind the workout is we want to build muscle. We want to put more lean muscle on our body because, remember, more lean muscle means more burning of the metabolism, because remember, every pound of muscle is 7 to 10 calories per day is what our metabolic burn is going to be. So we want to add muscle. How are we going to do it? Well, the first thing is we have to have that branched chain amino acid blend. Remember, we have to make sure that we have that in our post-workout because that's going to be critical to muscle growth and development. We have to have that in there. The other thing is protein. It's absolutely necessary for muscle growth and development. It doesn't matter if it's in the form of a good protein-laden meal, if it's a good protein shake afterwards, a good protein bar, whatever it is. But just remember one thing. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. So you can overdo it here. You know, there's no need to go find you 50 grams or 80 grams. I mean, I actually, traveled once and saw somebody that were selling 80-gram protein shakes. And, our Scientific Medical Advisory Board started talking about renal failure and all kinds of other things. Just understand your upper limits and what you should be doing. And then, of course, electrolyte replenishment. We have to replenish the electrolytes that we lost via the sweat during our workout to avoid that unnecessary muscle cramping and aches, as well as to maximize body function. So these are the main things that we're looking for. And the main reason is we don't want to look like a baby giraffe 2 days later. See, so many people, when they're going to start workout supplementation, they will go in and they'll have a great pre-workout formula that they absolutely love, maybe not always the best one for them. Again, pay attention to what we talked about earlier, but they skip the post-workout. They basically just finish the gym and they're just going to move on about their day. And then 2 days later, when they can't walk after their leg workout, they want to know why. See, the body needs certain things. We just tore up muscle fibers. We tore them down. We got to make sure that we're feeding it what it needs to avoid this type of soreness, this type of issue, and most importantly, so we don't look like this. At Idealife, we came out with a post-workout formula designed just for that. And a lot of people skip this part. They'll buy the pre-workout formula, they'll skip the post-workout because they say, you know what, I just don't feel anything on the post-workout. Well, the idea isn't that you feel something right after you take the post-workout. The idea is you don't feel as much 2 days later. It actually helps the body repair. It feeds the body what it needs so that those muscles can get back in the game and get what they need. And most importantly, like I said, protein is critical. We have several different options. We have the various shakes, but we also have a brand new protein bar with 20 grams of protein. Highly recommend these things, or better yet, like I said, a good protein-laden meal after a workout. If you have access, by all means, go there, get it done. But post-workout is just as important as pre-workout in making sure that you're doing the right things to get the outcomes you want. Now let's talk about step 5. Probably the most overlooked step of all workout supplementation. And remember, this is the ABCs to workout supplements. Step 5 is probably the most important. See, and what's interesting to me is what I've told you is you start out with step 1, which is it starts in your kitchen. You're never going to outwork a bad diet. And now I've told you probably the most critical aspect of what we're going to be talking about next as part of all this is the sleep. So the two most critical aspects of a good workout program is what you're feeding your body and how your body is resting and sleeping. You notice how the workout itself is kind of in the middle. I want to make sure everyone understands these critical components are key to making sure that you're getting the results you want. These are the two components. The kitchen and the bed are the two places where most people skimp. They compromise. These are where we are sabotaging the results that we're looking for, and I want to make sure everyone gets that and understands that. In IDLife, we have a couple of formulas. We have sleep, and then of course we also have the lean formula, which is a branched chain amino acid blend. Best taken before bedtime, and it's also a metabolic thermogenic booster. It's also a sugar buster. Best taken before bedtime or an hour before workout, either or. But I like to tell people, the best time to take it is right before sleep. So, have your sleep strip and your lean. The best part about it, again, sleep is the most critical component to getting the results you want. If you are not getting your sleep, if you're in a very stressful work environment, you're getting your workout in, but you're not getting sleep, you're not going to get the results you want. You're going to start getting discouraged because your body is going to start fighting against you. Sleep is critical. In fact, next week we're actually going to talk about sleep, because sleep, by all means, is something that we need to understand better in this country, because so many of us just don't get enough of it. Speaking of next week, our CEO is going to be doing a live event next Monday night at 8:30 Central Time. Plug into that to find out more about what we got going on at IDLife and special deals and promotions that we got going on. In addition, I'm going to be out at Texas Star next week. Actually, I should tell everyone on this feed that's actually going to change. I'm not going to be there next week because we just found out that Jen Wiederstrom is going to be here in the office on February the 21st. That's right. It was going to be February 22nd. Now it's going to be February 21st, live at IDLife Corporate, doing a book signing. We encourage everyone to come out, meet Jen, get your book signed, but more importantly, find out a little bit more about what we got going on here at the company. Revolution's coming up fast, April 20th through the 23rd. I mean, the things that are being packed into to that event are amazing. You need to make sure you're plugged in. And if you don't have your tickets, you better hurry up and get them, because space is running out fast, especially hotel space. So don't wait. Get those tickets now. Next week, we are going to talk about sleeping your way to health. Like I said, sleep is uber critical. Our friends at Harvard recently came out with a study that said 75% of Americans do not get adequate sleep, and teenagers, the percentage is even worse than that. So next week we are going to cover sleep, and more importantly, how you can sleep your way to health. Again, I apologize for the Wi-Fi interruption. We will splice the part 1 and part 2 together and make those available as soon as we possibly can. But in the meantime, on behalf of IDLife, this is Mark Bennett, and I want to thank you for being here, and I look forward to talking to you again next week. Thanks.